is Hunter, and for this week's episode of Dream, Create, Grow, I wanted to talk about family and making memories and how important that really is. Has happened in my life in the last 2 weeks, and I just wanted to share that with you. 2 weeks ago on Monday, I got a call from my dad saying that my grandfather wasn't feeling well, and I'm the closest in distance to him, and so he asked if I would go check on him, and so I went over there with my other grandmother, and we went and checked on him, and long story short, we ended up having to call EMS, took him to the hospital, and he was having a lot of heart complications with some illnesses in his body, and so ultimately his body started shutting down. His heart was shutting down, his kidneys were shutting down, and his blood pressure was actually like 42/20, which is just insanely low. And so that next night or so, we thought we were going to lose him. And in that moment, it was scary to think about the time that had been lost. And I mean, I see him several times a month, but the importance of the memories that are made with your loved ones. He ended up spending about 2 weeks in the hospital. He's now out in a rehab facility, getting stronger and slowly improving. Nothing's going to be quite the same after this, but that moment was so scary. Those first few days were terrifying because we didn't know what was going to happen. And then just last night, I get a call saying my mom is being rushed to the hospital, that something was wrong with her. And we didn't know what it was. She was just in a lot of pain. So I got in the car, rushed to the hospital, sat there in the waiting room for a long time. Quick tip, if you need to get someone to the hospital fast because something is wrong and it is that much of an emergency, call an ambulance. If you call an ambulance, they take you straight back and you get seen right away. We went to the ER, we sat there, we checked in, but because we took her in our own car, and there were other people in the waiting room, it took forever. She sat there for several hours before anybody even took her back. Actually, they left the first hospital because nothing was being done, so they went to a different one and to be able to be seen. So if you do have an emergency like that, I definitely recommend calling an ambulance and getting them there a lot faster. It's been years since anything like that has happened in my life. The last time I lost anybody really close to me was probably 8 years ago, and 8 years ago, I mean, I'm 23, so 8 years ago, I wasn't in a place where I really understood how important family was and how important those memories were. And so to go through this now as an adult and being 23, it's completely different. It kind of rocked my world a little bit. So like I said in the beginning, this week I wanted to talk about family and how important it is, how important those memories are with your family, and really holding on to them and holding dear those times where you get to spend with your family. You may not be close to all your family. I'm not close to all my family. I have almost 50 cousins altogether on both sides of my family, and so I'm not close to all of them. Everybody's spread out all over the US. But my family that I have here in town with me, people that I see all the time, I'm learning more and more just how important that time really is. Because you never know when someone's time is up. It could be tomorrow, it could be today, it could be a week from now, or it could be years from now. You never know when that person's time is up. Sitting down and having conversations with your loved ones is so important to keeping family close, to growing yourself, to figuring out more about life, especially your grandparents or older aunts and uncles, or people, even your parents, but especially your grandparents, your great-grandparents. Really sitting down with them and talking and hearing about their past and their memories and things like that, being able to learn from their past. I mean, just 10 years in the past, life was so much different. 5 years ago was so much different than it is now. But to be in the place where they were at that time, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, is completely different. It's night and day compared to what we have now. And to be able to hear what they did for fun, where they worked, things they held dear in their own hearts with their family and their loved ones, when they were in a place where I am now or where you are now. It's so important to learn about that stuff, to cherish those memories, and to take away certain things from each memory. That's how traditions are kept alive. That's how new traditions are started. And that's how you're able to one day, when you have kids of your own or grandkids of your own, you're able to sit down and tell them stories about how your grandfather, your great-grandfather was in the war, and old war stories, or any stories in general. That's why it's so important. I haven't always been really close with my family. I think growing up I kind of distanced myself a little bit. But so the older I've gotten, the more I've realized how important that is, and the more I've opened up as a person. But especially through these last few weeks and these events that have happened, just has shown me just how important it is to focus on family and time together. And even if you don't have close family, finding those friends that you're close to and really spending time with them and enjoying the moments together and making memories that'll last, and memories that you're able to share down the line with your own family. Even if it's just sitting down at the dinner table all together, no distractions, no phones out, no nothing like that. Just sitting down and enjoying each other's company over a meal for 30, 45 minutes to an hour. That in itself works wonders for a family in bringing each other together. So often in life, especially now, everything is so fast-paced. We're always going, and everybody's doing something. And so a lot of times you don't see a lot of your family, especially your close family. Everybody's times are always different, and you just never have the time to catch up. I'm really blessed to be able to have my close family here in town with me. I have both of my parents, my brother's here, my sister's off at school, both sides' grandparents are still here in town. And so being able to see them all the time just makes life that much more special. Sometimes in life we don't realize the importance of some things until they're taken away, or you have a close call. And that was kind of what happened for me. And I don't hope that happens for you. That's why I'm making this video, being able to share my heart and my experiences and what I'm going through, and being able to encourage you to spend a little more time with your family. Spend an extra hour a week visiting with someone in your family that you're close to, talking to them, doing life together, enjoying time together, and just making memories. Thank you for letting me share my life with you and the things that I'm going through in my life. I want to be real and transparent with you, and this is a way for me to be able to do this, these videos, and especially this series, Dream, Create, Grow, allowing me to kind of share what I'm going through and hopefully speak life in your lives. But anyways, I hope this video was helpful. I hope that it shed some light on the importance of family. So I hope you stay till the very end, and I can't wait to put out another one next week. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.